Hey there guys, Primus Reviews here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Bumblebee Movie Studio Series 81 Autobot Wheeljack. Now I did tease this figure back in my last video, and if you haven't checked out my last video, please make sure to check it out, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and make sure to turn on post notifications so that way you guys don't miss a single upload. Now this figure was actually a shocking figure to come at this time, as in we were not expecting a Cybertronian Wheeljack for a while, but when they started dropping Bumblebee movie stuff, we were all just super excited and we all wanted the Wheeljack. And when he finally came and we saw the promotional art and stuff, oh man, we were so happy, and I gotta say I am very pleased with this figure. Now, even though it was for a brief moment, seeing Wheeljack in the big screen was actually really cool, as when I saw him I screamed Wheeljack, because we knew it was Wheeljack. But all in all, it does look super cool, and I think they got everything right, and I do have to give Studio Series a lot of credit for doing this. Now, taking a closer look at the packaging, you do got that nice Transformers Bumblebee movie logo there. You do got that nice image of Wheeljack, looks really cool. Studio Series 81 Autobot Wheeljack. On the side, you do got that nice beautiful image of Wheeljack there. On the back, you do get the figure plus his alternate form, which looks really good. Oh yeah, you do have him in 31 steps, pretty good. And on the side, you do get the Studio Series 81 logo. 31 steps for a freaking deluxe? Let's take a closer look at this figure. Now, taking a closer look at this figure, I do love that beautiful head sculpt. Let's take a look at that, man. Wow, they nailed it. Every detail they nailed. Well, almost every detail, but wow, man. Now coming down to the chest here, I do love the color red here. I do love the green. I do love that clear Autobot logo there. Looks really good. Just going down, I just love the green. I do love the subtle green on this guy. On the side, you do got a little green there. I do love the way the feet look. I do love the legs. I wish he had more paint on the legs though. I really do, but just taking a look at this, it does look really good. Now his chest does stick out a bit, but again, you know, it doesn't really bother me. So, but taking a look at the back, this figure does not whatsoever have a backpack, and I am just super happy about that. Wow. I do love how the wheels are on the back, and they do roll, so that's actually pretty freaking cool. But yeah, just all in all, this figure does look really good, and I do have to give Studio Series a lot of credit, as they did, and really outstanding job with this figure. Now, of course, I did have mid expectations for this guy, but he is worth it, and I think they did a great job. Now, this figure did come with only one accessory, so let's take a look at that accessory now. Now, taking a closer look at Wheeljack's accessory, here is his blaster. Now, this thing does look really cool. Wish it did have a little bit more paint, but other than that, I think it does look really good. As you can see the details there, and just it does look really good. If only it had paint, that would have been really good. But yet again, all the blasters, you know, they don't usually have any extra paint unless, you know, they sacrifice the robot mode to go into the paint more here. But all in all, I think it does look really good. Really good. Now, let's put it on him so that way you can see how cool he actually looks with it. Now, to put on Wheeljack's accessory, you're going to take his blaster here. There's going to be a peg right here. Now, Wheeljack, obviously, as you can see, has holes in his hand, so it can go into either hand, but I'm going to put it on his right hand. Just plug it in, just like so, and he does have a firm grip, so there you go. There you have him holding his really cool looking blaster. Now overall, he does look really really good. And man, I just have to give Studio Series a lot of credit for doing an amazing job with this Wheeljack. And oh man, I think they just knocked it out of the park. The colors work, the blaster works, everything about this figure works, and it does look really, really good. Now, one cool feature about this figure is you can store his gun mode on his back, which looks really cool. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out Wheeljack's blaster here, and you're going to turn him around, and there's going to be an obvious hole right here. Now for this one, it can go either or. You can do it long ways or you can do it short ways. Long ways is going to look like this. You just plug it in, and it's going to be sticking out by that much. Well, it doesn't look too bad, but if you want a more, better look, just plug it in like that. That way it's in all the way, and that way he's holding his blaster on his back, and it does look really, really good, man. Wow. Now this figure is a really, really, really small figure, as he stands about roughly 4.5, almost 5 inches tall. But yeah, he is a really, really small figure. For some size comparisons, here he is to my last review, the Studio Series Barricade. That way you guys can see just how tall Wheeljack is, and he's not that bad of a size. Of course, I do have a Barricade in a pose there, but you can just see, like, all in all, they'll probably be around the same height, so that way you can just see how small Wheeljack is. Next size comparison, here he is next to my Studio Series Cliff Jumper. That way you can just see the scale accurate wise there, and as you can see, Wheeljack is a little taller than Cliff Jumper, which is actually really, really weird, but I guess it's been accurate, so I guess I'll take it. But I think they look really, really great together. Next size comparison, here he is next to my Studio Series B 127. That way you can just see, and again, Wheeljack is a little bit taller than B127, which, geez, man, the Wheeljack's taller than everybody, I guess, even though he is a small figure. But yeah, there you guys go. I think they look really, really great together as well. And for my last size comparison, here he is next to, of course, not B127. What am I saying? Here he is next to the Bumblebee movie, Optimus Prime. But yeah, there you guys go. So you can see just how cool they actually look next to each other. As you can see, Prime is actually really, really huge compared next to Wheeljack, but of course he is supposed to be a really big Autobot, so I do have to give him credit for that. But yeah, there you guys go. So now for, I think, a group photo, so that way you guys can see, here is all of them. As of right now, here are all the Autobots from the Bumblebee movie, and there you have it. I think they look great. I think they look great with each other, man. I really think they all look fantastic. And yeah, just having them all here is really, really cool. And I just gotta thank Studio Series for doing this. I think they're knocking it out of the park with the Bumblebee movie figures, and I just can't wait to see what they do next, and I can't wait to see what more figures they come out so I can review them for you guys. But there you guys have it. There you have the group photo, or the Bumblebee movie Autobots. Now for articulation, his head is on a really, really tight ball joint. Is that a ball joint? No, it is not a ball. Is it a ball joint? Yeah, it's a ball joint. Dude, I checked if it was a ball joint, and it didn't even look like. His head can look side to side. It does do a full 360, which is pretty cool. His arm can move out, biceps swivel, bend at the elbow, and he sadly doesn't have a wrist swivel. So close, but yeah. His leg can move out that far, and it can move back that far. Nothing hinders the leg because he has no backpack. Yes! He does have a thigh swivel, bend at the knee, and he does have a toe bend. He does have an ankle pivot, but it's super tight. But there you guys go, so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but trust me, he does have an ankle pivot. So there you guys go. Composability on this guy is actually not that great. I do think the waist rotation, I do think the pivots and stuff, but it's not that great, but it's manageable, and I guess I will take it for a deluxe. So there you guys have it. And now here is where I'm going to cut it off and show you guys his really cool looking Cybertronian vehicle mode. And 31 steps, huh? Alright, let's do this. Here is his Cybertronian vehicle form. Wow. This honestly has to be one of my favorite Cybertronian vehicle forms I have ever had. I'm sorry, B127, but this looks really good. I mean, wow, man. We never even saw him transform. Jeez. Wow. Just taking a closer look. Just take a look at this, man. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. It does really look cool. You do got that nice detail on the wheels there, as they do look really cool. Do got that green stripe. I do love the red and the green. Oh, like, wow. Even the front looks really good. Wow, man. Wow, this thing does look really cool. In the back, you do got nice little detail. And on the bottom, you can't even tell. You legitimately can't even tell. Where are his arms? Where? Wow, they did an amazing job. Studio Series, you have done it again. You have pleased me. Wow. One cool little detail about this figure is that he does have a spoiler. So you can stick it in, shift it in or out. I like shifting it out because it does look really cool. Now you can store his cool looking blaster. Now there's gonna be a tab right here on this side. Focus a tab on this side right here. See that right there? And on the back there are gonna be 2 holes right there. Now there's only one way you can do this. That's what I know. So what you do is you just go like this. You plug it into any one of those holes, just like so. And there you guys go. There you have him with his really cool blaster. And honestly, I like it. I dig it. I really dig it. And it doesn't look bad. It doesn't mess up the car mode. It does look really good, and I love it. Everything about this figure is nice and solid, and that's all I can ask for. And oh my goodness, I love this figure. Now for some size comparisons, here he is next to my last review, the Barricade. There you guys go. That way you can just see how small Wheeljack did shrink in size. Here is my next one. Here is Cliff Jumper. Now, the reason why I didn't transform this guy is because he's basically like B127 except the color red and black. When I have all of the Cybertronian Autobots, I will be transforming all of them, so that way you guys will be able to see every single one. But there you guys go. Now, speaking of B127, I did transform him. So here is B120. One of the tabs came out. I'm sorry. B127. And there you guys go. Literally, Cliff Jumper is just this car, but red and black. And like I said, I will transform all of them when I do have everybody. But there you guys go. And these do look freaking wicked. They look really cool. And Studio Series has done just a great job at doing the Cybertronian vehicle forms, and even the robots themselves, and it just looks really good. Oh my gosh, you guys can't tell me it doesn't look good. It does look really, really good. And yes, if you are wondering, Wheeljack does have rolling wheels, so there you guys go. Really, really cool. And here he is next to Optimus Prime, so you can just see how small he shrunk. And yeah, he did. A lot. But all in all, there you guys go. And the vehicle form does look really good. I do love the paint. Do I wish they added a little bit more paint? Just a little bit, just like a tad more. On the vehicle form, it looks great. On the robot mode, it does need a little bit more paint. But just all in all, it does look really, really, really good. Now here's one last look at Wheeljack's alternate form before I transform him back and give him my overall review and overall grade. So there you guys go. But yeah, really cool looking alternate form, and Studio Series has knocked it out of the park once again. It does look really, really good. And one last thing, I do love the subtle blue. You guys can't tell, but it's a really subtle blue, transparent blue right there, and it does look really good. But there you guys go. Now for my overall grade. Alright guys, there you go. There you have the Bumblebee Movie Studio Series 81 Autobot Wheeljack. Now overall, I think this figure is a really, really awesome looking figure, and I think they did a great job with this figure. And for a deluxe, I am actually really, really impressed with this guy. And I did have kind of low expectations for this guy, but man, did my expectations grow when I first got him, man. It was amazing, and it does look really good. The transformation to robot mode from the vehicle mode, vice versa, does look really, really good. And actually, the transformation is not as hard as it seems. 31 steps does seem like a lot of steps, but trust me, it should take you no longer than a minute or two to transform this guy. It is really, really simple. A little bit more simpler than B127, but all in all, I just love this guy. And for that, I will have to give this figure a solid 9 out of 10. Now, the reason why it doesn't get a 10 out of 10 is because of one thing that I just don't like about this guy. Now, here is that problem. And that problem is, on the top you do see two tabs right here and right here. They're supposed to be connecting, but for some reason mine don't. And there is a tab in there, as you can see, and there is a hole right there. Basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to tab it in, and it's supposed to stay there. But for some reason, whenever I try to pose his arm, it immediately comes out. And that seems to be a problem with, I think, only my copy. I'm not 100% sure, but all in all, that's probably like my only like big gripe about this guy. Everything else does seem really, really good. This figure does seem really, really sturdy, so, and that's something that I do like about this guy. But yeah, all in all, that is basically my only main gripe with this guy. Maybe just a little bit more paint, but other than that, I highly suggest that you guys go pick this up. Now, this guy is being sold at Big Bad Toy Store, so if you guys do want a copy for yourself, I suggest you guys go pick one up right now. The link will be in the description down below. TF Source is selling this figure as well, so if you guys do want a copy, I suggest you guys go check out TF Source as well. The link will be in the description down below. And for any other third-party figures that you guys may want or may need, I suggest you guys go check out Shozy's store. The link will be in the description down below as well. But yeah, guys, there you go. I am really happy with this figure, and I just love that Studio Series did this figure right, and it's honestly one of my favorite deluxes, which I'm really surprised about. A Wheeljack figure? Wow. But yeah, guys, there you guys have it. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it here for me. This has been Primus Reviews. This has been Wheeljack. So remember to stay calm and keep moving on. So I'll make sure to see you guys on the next one. Alright, last piece here, and there we go. Here is his cool looking car mode. Wow. Do his wheels roll? Oh my gosh, they do! Bro! Let's go! Whee! Anyway, this alternate mode looks really